My name is Kailey. I'm 21 years old. I am a wife to an amazing, hardworking Alberta man. I'm a mother to 3 children. They are 3 years old and under. 3 babies. I was born in Saskatchewan, but Alberta is the only home I've ever known. Yeah, go Saskatchewan. I have recently had to leave my home, though. We just moved to the province of BC against our will, where I have no friends, no family, and I am expected to live my postpartum days with no help, or I will face fines. The government does not care about mothers. They don't care about mothers of any age, in any situation. I'm a part of many mom groups. And every day, there are more moms seeking help. There are more moms searching for help with food, asking for pantry items, school lunches, freezer meats, literally anything to get them through the month. More mothers searching for clothing items for themselves or for their family because they can't afford to dress themselves. And sadly, there are even more moms every day seeking mental health help, struggling with postpartum and worse, seeking advice on how to safely get out of their domestic violence situation. Sorry, I'm going to cry. With their children. COVID-19 lockdowns are making the lives of everyday moms just like these almost unbearable. Yeah. It is unfair. It is absolutely unjust, and my heart aches for all those moms and their poor babies. These are awful times. Before COVID, we had built up our savings in our 4-year plan to buy our first house. We were just over 2 years invested. We'd also moved to a nicer part of town in a really nice townhouse. Great community. My husband worked very long, very hard days to support us. And it was working. We were getting ahead. We had even decided that it was the right time to try for our 3rd and final baby. It was exciting. I was so excited, but that turned very dark very, very quickly when the first lockdown happened. And the one with the toilet paper shortage? Yeah. Though we didn't, personally suffer a TP outage, I buy both all the time. We had 2 babies in diapers and one on special formula. In our city of Grand Prairie, we had a diaper shortage. We couldn't find her formula anywhere. We survived. Let me be clear. My baby ate because of the kindness of a neighbor that we spoke to one time. A friend of mine, she brought over some cloth diapers, things that I'm using today, because we are broke. We were lucky, because my baby would have been very ill on any other formula, and none of us know what to do without diapers. My husband ended up getting laid off not long after that chaos. It sparked a lot of anxiety between us. He was laid off temporarily for the maximum amount of days that Jason Kenney's government deemed fit. That's 6 months of no work. Yeah. Then the layoffs became permanent, and all of a sudden, we lost our source of income. We had no choice but to apply for CERB. This came months late. It was really hard to actually start receiving, and it did not cover everything. As soon as our lease was up, we left Grand Prairie and moved into a small hamlet, thanks to the help of my family. We couldn't afford low-income housing. We couldn't find low-income housing. Probably couldn't afford it either. Everyone was searching for low-income housing. My grandmother helped us move into her vacant trailer and charged us literally only what we used in utilities. And unfortunately, we couldn't stay there long. We couldn't find any work, and we had bills to pay, mouths to feed. We were applying day and night, just like a large chunk of our city was. It hit our hometown really hard. My husband ended up getting a job and moving us again, this time to BC, just 1 month before my daughter was born. Our savings were completely gone by the time we moved. We would not have survived had we not been responsible and put money away. It will never fail to shock me that Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland has the gall to call Canadians' savings a preloaded stimulus and ask how to access our hard-earned money. What a disgrace! Our poor kids were drugged through all of that, and I was pregnant through all of it too. I was surprised to have carried full term, considering the amount of stress I was under. Well, we were all under, and we lost everything during it. I believe our babies are hit the hardest with the repercussions of these lockdowns. My kids went from socializing with other kids their age, meeting new faces, and playing at parks, to having absolutely no one. They are lonely, completely isolated. We walked in on our oldest daughter, looking at some books we have that have illustrations of children playing in them, telling herself that she misses her kids. She even asked us if her friends were mad at her. She just turned 3 a couple days ago. She should never, ever feel that way. No toddler should. But this is the reality of the life that we are living. Our children's mental health is being sacrificed by this government. And none of this makes any logical sense. My middle daughter, bless her heart, has a neurological condition. It's undiagnosed. This condition is extremely scary, and it could be fatal one day. The fact of the matter is simple. We do not know what is wrong. All we know is that when she bumps her head, she goes unresponsive. Her eyes remain open, but they roll into the back of her head, and her body goes completely limp. She continues to breathe, but it's very shallow, and it looks as though she is dead or dying. When she comes back to, her cries are disorientated. She is so pale. It's very traumatic for her, and it's the most terrifying thing I have ever experienced in my life. It has happened quite a few times now. The longest incident lasting over 5 minutes long. An entire 911 call, resulting in an ambulance bill that I can't afford. We did start the process to find a diagnosis pre-pandemic. We have already done a few tests, but that has all come to a complete stop, thanks to Jason Kenney and our government. I won't even blame COVID-19 for this. The disease did not postpone surgeries and diagnostic testing. Our government did. Yep. And it's very serious. It puts a lot of lives in danger, including my infant daughters. The last I had heard about her condition was that they did find something in regard to her MRI, and they plan to do some further testing. But because of the stress that the hospital is under, because of COVID-19 and the restrictions and pressure from AHS, everything is going to be postponed to an undetermined date. I heard a lot of apologies from my neurologist specialist. She did not take pleasure in telling us that my daughter would not get a diagnosis for an undetermined amount of time. She was really sad on the phone, guys. It made me cry. I begged her on the phone. I pleaded with her. I said, we don't know if she's in any immediate danger. And all I heard was, I'm really sorry. I can't help you right now. But when things calm down, we will see her. Things are never going to calm down. Right. My daughter's life is on the line because of this virus and our elected representatives' choices. She is not even 2. She is just a baby. This is abuse from our leaders. This is cruelty, and I'm very angry about this. It's not right. And I don't want to lose my baby. Her life is just as valuable as any potential COVID-19 patient. We have a right to the health care that we pay for without happens. The government should never, ever dictate when my daughter can see a specialist. It makes me absolutely sick. I'm also expecting to get a diagnosis too. And I'm furious that I will also have to wait an undetermined amount of time. We found a lot of cysts in my ovaries, one on my kidney that will actually have to be removed because of the pain that it causes me. We need to know if these cysts are cancerous and what we can do about them. Cancer runs really high in my family, and to be 21 with that on my mind, I am exhausted. And what if it really is cancer? The sooner you catch it, the more luck you have beating it. So why does the government want to delay that for me? This is serious. I'm so tired of all the obstacles we have had to hurdle through for a virus that has an extremely high survival rate. I am tired of hearing the vaccine will save us when the government has already made it absolutely clear, Jason Kenney's own words, absolutely clear that nothing will change once people are injected with this experimental vaccine. I am so done being called anti-vaccine or anti-mask when I am neither. The poor get poorer and the rich get richer. Our religious folk, they face discrimination and hate just for wanting to go to church. Our kids go to school hungry. More and more of us are becoming dangerously dependent on the government. And our elderly are held prisoner in their own homes. My grandma threatened all of our lives. She threatens our lives if we ever put her in a care home, guys. She's not having it. These lockdowns cause way more harm to everyone than they do provide relief to the most vulnerable. They gotta end, and they gotta end now.
We'll do it right. We'll do it right.
Everyone with the sign, can you hold it up? There you go. Take that, Anna Sherwin.
Yeah!
I don't see you hate it here. Some do. In 1905, George Santayana famously said, "Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it." We are about to witness the death of free speech under the federal government unless we can make a stand for ourselves. I commend you all for standing up so loudly and so soon during this period of government overreach. Thomas Jefferson once said, "If a law is unjust, a man is not only right to disobey it, he is obligated to do so." We don't just not like these laws, they are unconstitutional. In Italy and Poland right now, we are seeing governments back down on their restrictions as businesses open their doors in defiance. We're seeing that in Alberta now as well, with the hair salon. We've also seen Jason Kenney's government back down on coal mining around the parks, because we got loud. I'd like to close with this. Look at what we've done to ourselves for a virus with a 99.9991% survival rate. That figure's from the CDC. We caged our elders, hoarded essential goods, destroyed our economy. We have access to a lot of information today, and we need not be force-fed it. The only thing transparent about our governments is that we can see right through them. The virus is not the killer they have claimed. The pandemic is fear. The pandemic is lies. The pandemic is slander. The panic is caused by misinformation. The experimental vaccine is an exercise in obedience. And it has no merit. I'd like to call on the media to report accurately. I'd like to call on the premiers across Canada to remember that they work for Canadians. Sir John Dalberg Acton said, "Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely." With great power comes great responsibility, and it must come with a huge dose of humility. It's time to earn your pay and respect and the trust of those who elected you. We deserve better. And finally, through all the lies that we've seen in the media, all the information you need is between the lines.
Awesome.
My friends, Kailey and Christian from BC. Woo! Huge round of applause. You guys are awesome. That was super powerful. My friends, do you accept the new abnormal? Do you accept the new abnormal? Louder, do you accept the new normal? No new